Welcome everybody to Dream Juice Chronicles. My name is
Episode 1, baby.
my name is Mason Farquhar.
Got Josh over here.
What's this Cade right here?
Yeah, man.
See
We
money, see
we
baby.
picked a good time to do this first episode. We got a lot to talk about, man. A lot of stuff going on.
A lot
So
to talk about.
yeah,
Run it,
man.
Josh.
So yeah, basically, kind of a rundown of what we got for this first episode. There's a couple bits of news going on. I'm going to share. Then we're going to get right into kind of our thoughts and predictions for the future of Sam Wilson as Captain America. And carrying on with that, we got a little bit of a ranking of our top Captain America suits we've seen in the MCU. Following that, we got a little bit of Marvel trivia. We brought some Marvel quotes with us, kind of test ourselves. And then right after that, we're going to get into the future slate of MCU movies for the rest of the year. We're talking Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Avengers Doomsday, predictions for Spider-Man 4, and we'll cap it off with some of new Avengers lineup predictions. So that's kind of the rundown we got today. So
Let's get it, man.
yeah,
So Dream
absolutely.
Juice is all built off of what we will tell you guys later. All right, maybe we'll incorporate it into episodes later on.
Yeah,
But we're
for the audience to
technically,
figure out for right now.
yeah, technically we were all roommates at one point in college, so we have that rolling for us. And then we'll get some Marvel points going on, right? And we'll keep a running tab on it.
Absolutely, man.
How are we doing the Marvel points on the quotes? So this is what I brought to my mind was that. So
Yeah.
in my head, I was talking about. So on the Marvel quotes, we do it. So I was thinking like both of you guys can't get it right because obviously one person's going to say it first. So in my head, I was saying like I would say the quote, and then first out of you two, whoever tells me it is gets the point. Is that how we're doing it? And then Mason will give his turn for me and Josh to say it, and then whoever gets it first
Yeah.
at that point. Is that how we
I
want to
think
do it?
I think you could do that, or you just say it and give the other two people time, and then you tell them to reveal themselves. You obviously don't tell them if they're right until both people have answered, and so kind of like almost you write your answers
Okay, I like
down.
that. We can just go with the flow on the first time.
Go with the flow, man.
With the
First-
flow,
Let's
man.
go with
with
the
the flow.
flow, man. Bro, what are we doing first, Josh?
Man, so just a couple new things. Obviously, it was a big week for TV so far. Got the big premiere of Daredevil: Born Again. The other night, got the finale for Paradise. I know Mason was catching up on that too. New stuff for Invincible, Severance. It's been a packed week. Another big thing it just came around that time of the 3-year anniversary for the release of The Batman. And so Robert Pattinson's been doing all
It's
of
been that
his
long?
media stuff for, yeah.
Wow.
Robert Pattinson's been doing his stuff for Mickey 17, which comes out in a couple weeks, and he was asked about Batman because it, that anniversary, and he said basically like he really hopes they can get to start filming soon, because I mean by this point he said I was young Batman in this first one, and if we ever get around to it, I'm going to be an old Batman by the time this one comes out. It obviously got delayed, and so it's coming out right now at the end of 2027. So we're still 2.5 years away from Batman Part 2, which is insane to me.
So right now, Robert Pattinson is 38 years old. That's the same age Christian Bale was by the time he was old Batman in The Dark Knight Rises.
So yeah,
off.
so he was 35 when the first one came out, and we're still 2.5 years.
It's crazy. And they got delayed during COVID, right? So when he was filming, it was even like he was even younger.
Yeah, that was COVID movie.
Yeah.
Which it's like everything was fine about the movie, and it was going to come out 2026 all along, and then it was December or whatever. They just decided to delay it even another year for unknown reasons. Nobody knows yet, but I mean, it's just that's the best thing DC has going for them right now, and they're just pushing it back further and further.
Yeah, because there's a lot of mixed views on man, even just the trailer.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Man, it's crazy, man.
Cade, you're so blurry, bro. I don't know if this is just me.
Really?
Is he blurry to you, Josh?
Yeah.
Bro, you're like all just
Why? No, everyone
know.
looks fine to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These episode 1 issues, man. We'll fine tune it.
Jeez, man. Jeez. All right, what's the first segment, bro? Let's get into the first
Dude, hold on. I got one more bit of news that kind of
Okay.
Oh
surprised me
God.
a little bit. I really wanted to let y'all know about this because it kind of surprised me. It just came on my radar. So, there's this Chinese animated movie called Neza 2. It released on Valentine's Day this year, right? So, it's been
Yeah.
out for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
It has crossed $2 billion at the worldwide box office, past Spider-Man No Way Home, and is a top 5 grossing movie of all time in just 3 weeks.
Wow. I haven't even heard anything about it.
Exactly. And so here's like what I like dug into it a little more. Like this is out for 3 weeks and it's already top 5 ever. So basically it's Nazot 2 or whatever, so it's a sequel. And so basically everyone I've seen has basically said the original is to a point unwatchable. It is so bad. But this new one that came out that's making all these records is like 99% Rotten Tomatoes, like insane to me. Like it's passing Avengers Infinity War at any point now for like number 5 all time.
That
Been out for three
crazy.
weeks.
And no one even know. That shows you how much like more there is beyond just the United States.
Oh
Because
yeah,
no one.
absolutely.
It's
It
crazy.
also, I mean, that's the impact China can really have because I mean, No Way Home wasn't released in China ever,
That's
and
crazy.
so
Can you
I
imagine
mean,
if it did?
imagine if No Way Home had no COVID and got
Yeah.
released in China, and it
Uh,
got 1.9 billion or whatever, number
the
6 all
other
time.
side of that is McDonald's just got like passed by like the number one fast food restaurant in the world by a Chinese fast food restaurant that I've never heard of either.
It's
So, like,
just two different worlds, man. It's like crazy.
dude, it's
Because
crazy.
like this movie, it was like I don't even know it, but it was what like the box office was here in the U.S., but it was just like it wasn't in the top whatever movies we've had in the last month here. But it is so big. It's this is wild to me, man. But
Man,
but yeah, transitioning
crazy.
into the number one movie we've had over the last month, Captain America: Brave New World. We saw Sam Wilson officially take over the mantle of Captain America in that movie, and kind of wanted to get your opinions on kind of the future of his character and where he really takes Captain America heading into the Avengers movies and just the future of the MCU.
Okay, you go first, bro.
Okay. Before I go, is mine? You started blurring up for me, so is mine? How's mine being right now?
You're still blurry.
Man, me,
I
me and
think
Mason been clear this whole time for me, man.
I need to recheck. I might be. I don't know what it said. It's so when it said it was on my, it was connected to my iPhone for some reason on the hotspot. I don't know how it ended up like that, but I might need to change the Wi-Fi when I get a gap to my actual Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But y'all can hear me
Nah,
clear.
your audio's been good the whole time. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I've been hearing you the whole time.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
whole Captain America: Brave New World. I mean, I feel stoked about it more than, especially with them giving the ratings being low and us going into it like, I don't know how this is going to be, especially if the ratings are low. And then I sent this to both of you on Instagram about how we're expecting all these movies after we're expecting in game level movies. I think I've settled with the fact that they're releasing all these solo movies. We're just getting introduced to like the next phase and everything like that. So, but other than that, I think this was like a good movie. I think I gave it like a solid like 7 out of 10. I mean, which is pretty good for it being his first solo movie. The only things I would say on it is just, I mean, there's nothing really I could find wrong with it besides we'd want more Red Hulk scenes. Um, but besides the fact, I have stuff, predictions on what I would want to happen in the future with Sam Wilson and stuff like that. But overall, the movie, I enjoyed it. I was pretty locked in the whole time. So was I
Man, the
cutting?
one
Mason?
thing, bro. No, you're good. I heard you. I don't see you, but I hear you. I see you, but you're pixely. Bro, take the serum, bro.
That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
all I'm saying. Just have a
Man,
bro. I know it's all more like you're fighting your morale of taking it or not taking it or whatever it is, but this is a movie, bro. Like I'm just trying to see some good action. I don't care if Bucky was just like forced it down his throat or whatever, but I
yeah.
think you have a better movie if he takes the serum and stuff makes sense a little bit more. I think the movie overall was better than all the hate that it got, but also I think that the hate that it got prior to me going to see the movie might have made the movie better, just because of lower expectations. I think it could have been better too. I think that I think there was a lot of stuff that was very like lazy, all the way from like just for one, no Marvel intro right off the bat. I don't care what they're doing or what kind of meaning that was for, but hate it.
Yeah, what was
Second of
that,
all,
bro? What was
the
that?
just the like I don't know. But second of all, the animations of like, do you remember when Civil War came out and they had all this like good good animation of united we stand, divided we fall, and then it
Yeah.
carried over in the movie of like the same all the way to like the closing scenes. Everything was just very top notch, and then when it came to Brave New World, whenever it ended, like it set up to be like Brave New World, like this is kind of a scary, eerie look into the future of what the world could be, but it turned into like it kind of turned into like elementary level like advertisement for that, and but the good in it. I thought the jet fight scene was dope. I think that was cool. But like that was really fun to watch. I like them bringing in the actual part of the Eternals into the MCU. But then I think about it, I put it in perspective, and I just think of like how I don't know. That was that jet fight scene was too long. I think they should have taken out those jets a lot quicker if they're Avengers. But it was a cool scene.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, everything that went into making this movie, I mean, I was not very optimistic of it all the way up until that sitting in the seat and the movie turning on, because I mean, just the amount of reshoots and the negativity that surrounded this movie from day one was insane. Like it was destined not to perform well and for the critics to hate it. Um, and so it kind of set me off on the wrong foot going into it. And then the first
Mm-hmm.
thing they show me is that Marvel intro, and it immediately got me off on the wrong foot. I really hope that doesn't become a thing. Like I
Yeah,
better go back Thunderbolts, better show me the normal intro. I'm like, you can change the tone of the movie
It's
no
not.
matter
It's
what.
not. I think I'm
Like
losing
like
faith.
you can exactly. Like I mean, I've told you guys in the past, whenever this movie came out, like Infinity War, Endgame, you changed the tone of the movie, set the tone for the movie by changing the audio, but you kept the intro. This one, if you want to show off this eerie political thriller vibe from the jump, just change the audio, add the extra 30 seconds to the runtime of the movie, but keep that intro in, man. Like that's what
yeah,
we're familiar with. That's what we love. Um, but I'm kind of with you. I think the movie could have been a lot better, but it was not as bad as I thought it would. Like the reshoots were evident. Giancarlo Esposito's character, Sidewinder, he wasn't even in the movie to begin with, and all the reshoots they added his character in entirely, and he was even kind of like the subplot, like the third plot of the movie almost. And so
mm-hmm.
that you can definitely tell. Like I liked all that stuff. I like his character. I hope he comes back as some kind of sea-level villain returning that someone has to fight in an episode of a show or whatever.
Yeah,
But you can tell all that stuff. I got to. I'm glad the dogfight, the airplane scene was as long as it was. I think that was the best fight outside of the Red Hulk in the movie that really showed off. Sam, we got to see the new Falcon fight as well. I thought like it made him getting hurt kind of meaningful, impactful. I thought Sam surfing on the missile was one of the coolest things we've gotten in a
yeah.
while.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, and it kind of tied up the loose end for Eternals, which was the biggest complaint anybody had about Marvel for the last couple years, and actually gave it meaning, introducing Adamantium, which gives us a pretty smooth transition into X-Men after Secret Wars starts. Mason, you're kind of off camera now, but there you are, buddy.
There you go, buddy
Uh,
boy.
There you are, buddy.
there you are. But I think to Cade's point when he said he wished we got more Red Hulk, I thought it was actually a good amount. My complaint about it is I wish they didn't show everything he was in the marketing for the
Trailer.
movie.
Yeah.
And I think the whole arc of Thunderbolt Ross I mean, it was the central storyline of the movie, but I think it was timed out perfectly, and I'm glad he turned into Red Hulk when he did. And I thought it was a good amount for it. And it obviously, it didn't end his story there. Like it gave us some leeway for him to come back in the future at some point. But I'm kind of last thing about Sam taking the serum. I'm kind of on the fence a little bit about it because I think him taking the mantle of Captain America. Obviously, Steve had the serum, but him trying to hold the weight of Captain America, but also have his own stance on it. Like I think if he took the serum, it kind of diminishes all that he kind of stood for in his own right. But at the same time, it's like, dog, you're just a regular dude. What are you gonna do against Doctor Doom and whoever else comes up in the future?
Nothing,
Like,
bro.
obviously, it's a Hulk that you had to fight, and you almost got killed. But like, obviously, his suit, they made a suit, and they made it work a little bit. It's almost like, dude, there's no way he can do this. The suit, okay, it's a little, it's a little exaggerated a little bit with the vibranium suit, but it made sense a little bit for me. So, but I'm kind of, I'm kind of on the fence. Do you need the serum? Do you not? I don't think he's going to take it in the future, just because they've kind of really stood their ground and definitely made it a point, especially with him. But overall, I'm going to be defending this movie. It's kind of hard to compare it being a Captain America film because the other three were so good,
Yeah.
and so that's another reason why I think people are just off the jump hating it. But I mean, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to defend it, and I think it's the first time in a long time it kind of moved the MCU forward rather than being a kind of all over the place, introducing all these players, and it kind of moved the overall story of the MCU forward. It kind of sucks that it's so late in the game that we're getting these big, finale movies next year and the year after that we're finally getting some kind of tie together stuff. But it did, get me hyped up for the future that we kind of got the page turned a little bit. So, yeah. That was my take on the movie.
Yeah, a couple things I want to add on that movie is just about how, I mean, this kind of leads into our next subject that we have on the agenda of, God, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, with him, not taking the serum, it's like, how far can he even go? We got the whole multiverse coming in, and it's like, if he's going to be a leader in the new Avengers, it's like, dog, something's got to change. But he did take the serum, it's like, if he does, I feel like he has to become an OG Captain America and get rid of the wings, because he already has. He's got his own Falcon now, so it's like I feel like they give so much attention to the wings. He's still going to be like the Falcon, which I still kind of get, but I'm kind of like leaning towards like, is he still like, is he Captain America or is he like a Falcon and Captain America? Like his wings helped out a lot against Red Hulk. Like it's not like he's, you know what I mean? It's not like him with the shield. And sometimes I feel like the shield and the goggles and the wings, it's just a little too much. It's like, bro, what's going on? Like, who is he? Who is this dude, bro? But me, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want him to take serum. What Mason was saying too, like, it needs to be, if they did give him the serum, it needs to be an accidental way, like he accidentally or something like him, Bucky saying like,
I
you're gonna take it, not him, because that way he could still be him. Like he's just not like, he was forced to take it, so he can still stand for what he believed in and stuff like that. But and yeah, I just like the OG for him to be Captain America. I would like him to be the OG. And I think he got his mask from like the whole Avengers time travel suit, but it still just looks like Ant-Man. So it looks like he's got Ant-Man's mask, Captain America's shield, and he's got the wing. That's what I was talking about. That too much is going on. I'm just like, bro, something needs to be
there's
set.
a lot to it.
It's a little too much, and that's why. And I think that when he first got his first suit, I mean, I guess it's the same suit that was made in Wakanda. It just looked goofy in the show. Like I was like, what is this? Like too much white was going on, and then it got better in this movie, but still, like, just dumb it down. I'm not saying he needs the exact Captain America outfit, but maybe just like, I don't know, just the shield. But yeah, I'm hoping it just goes in the direction.
It's like when Cap's fighting on the boat. I can't remember what villain it was, but he's like, I thought you were more than just a shield. And that Ross that mode.
I just got done watching that. I'm watching all the movies in order right now with Kate, and I just got done. We're at Ant-Man now, so almost Civil War, and I just keep forgetting about how like Captain America got the most perfect trilogy out of all of his movies. Like, dude, the first one, like I rewatched the first Avenger, and I'm like, okay, this is actually like it's always better than what I like remembered it to be. And then Winter Soldier is just so like, bro, it's just the best version of Captain America I've ever seen in my life, dude.
It's
Remember,
so
bro?
good.
You remember when he gets on the boat? Well, first it starts off was like, was he wearing a parachute? And he's like, no, he wasn't. And then, bro, he gets on that boat, and bro, he just kicks this mother effer, bro, off the boat, like just no mercy, bro. That's what it felt like.
Breaks his back.
Yeah, bro. Like, and he's just like, bro. He's like, oh, I just love that. He's so yeah. And then you got Civil War, which is can't beat that, bro. It's top. So
yeah, bro, it's good. Let's get into the rating the uniforms though, because I think it's a good like push into that because never mind. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to reveal my number one first, but
did you? I can't remember y'all's. I remember. Well, maybe I don't. I guess that's a good thing because we're getting into it again.
It's good, man.
It's good.
About to share.
Go through it.
We have 11.
Did y'all write them down? Because I didn't. I just kind of remember off the top of my head. I probably won't know exactly, but I can definitely. I can probably go.
Yeah, I got a list. I got a list of mine. Yeah, I can go first. And so, first and foremost, I will say that my top 5, Sam's suits are not on there, but they were close. I think his second suit he got in this new movie, not the all white one, the more navy Winter Soldiery stealth suit vibe, was definitely like that was getting back to like good suit levels, and that one narrowly missed the list. I actually really am a fan of the more white traditional one he got, the very first one. I thought that was like a really like cool like red, white, and blue America. But what really like ticks me off about that one is the whole neck cowl thing.
You said in the first Avengers movie.
In the one he got at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier,
my bad.
this cap suit that Sam got. I mean, Anthony Mackie even said like, if you want to put me back in that suit, you got to lose the neck stuff. It's like annoying. Nobody likes it like that. But that being said, Sam suits are not on my list. At number 5, I've got the Civil War suit. I think the Age of Ultron suit was great, and Civil War was basically kind of a little bit of an upgraded version of that. Number 4, I have the Winter Soldier suit. We all have already kind of spoken. We love that suit, the stealth aspect of it, and it just kind of tied into the movie really well. Top 3, kind of a hot take. Number 3, I have the first Avengers suit, not the whole press tour propaganda costume one, but like the more padded like military one.
Captain America 1.
Yes, the first Avenger, not first Avengers movie. I meant Captain America, the first Avenger.
Avengers 1.
No, the suit he had in the first Avengers movie is last on my list, dead last.
It's so bad. I just got I got done watching that, bro. It's so bad.
Yes,
couldn't even look at it.
Captain America. Captain America 1's suit, the more padded military look, is number 3 for me. I just think that is like, to make a Captain America suit in a movie set in that time, it was really kind of like, if we were to make a Captain America suit during the World War II aspect, like they did a really good job with that. And that's just, it's like, it's so clean to me. Like many people might not have it this high, but I like it. Number 2, the Infinity War suit. It's the least Captain America out of all the suits, but it's just so clean. I know he doesn't have the shield or anything, but the beard goes a long way for it. And no shield, but the little gauntlets he has, and then just has the faded out black star, and I think it's clean. And then number 1, the Endgame suit, and it's just kind of the ultimate, most clean, fresh Captain America suit we could possibly have. I mean, and that's it. That's my top 5.
Okay, gotcha. Give out mine. I got to go back to our messages to get the exact look at it. I mean, I had to add in there too. Just to get this out of the way, the Avengers 1 suit is just horrific. I don't want to look at that. I just hate this whole style. I mean, it makes sense because he's just woke up 70 years later, and he's like, oh, he didn't know he didn't know what's going on. Like, it makes sense, but like at the same time, he just looks so goofy, bro. Like you're Team Iron. If you're not Team Iron Man in Avengers 1 when they're arguing, it's like you're like, bro, get this dude out of here, dog. When Tony's like, everything special about you came out of a bottle. But
son,
I was like, got him. But okay, sitting at number 5. It's the first Avengers. This could be at number 4. I mean, number 4 and 5 is kind of the same. It's just it's hard to agree with. But number 5, first Avengers.
First Avenger
First
or
Avenger,
First
First
Avengers?
Avenger, military look to it. Yeah, I like it. It has like the extra padding. Same thing that Josh was saying. It just has the World War style to it. It's just clean. I like that. But sitting at number 4, I do like Age of Ultron, bro. I like the futuristic look. It has like the it's just kind of more like modern, not goofy. It's like has that red outline to it. I just like it. It just looks modern, a clean modern version of it. Number 3 is Endgame. I like that one. It's just the big star in the middle. I mean that one just looks like classic clean. You know, the bright. I think another thing that kills it. It needs to be darker blue. The thing that makes it so ugly in the first Avengers is just how bright the blue is and everything like that. So, and number 2 is Infinity Ward. It's the beard. I like that. It's like Deep War. Like it just really matched what he's been doing after Civil War and the whole thing. It looks like that. You know, season 5, Rick Grimes. You know, been straight grinding for forever. But number 1, Winter Soldier. It's the toughest one. I mean, the movie might make that whole thing, but it's just clean. The sharp chrome star. With just navy, not really any red. It's just clean. And even when he takes off the mask in that scene where he's like, "I thought you're more than this, just the shield." It's just a clean look. It's fighting style with it. I just after watching that movie, I do like too because I forgot at the end of that one he puts back on the first Avenger suit, takes it from the museum and puts it on for the final fight. So it's kind of a good combo right there. But yeah, I've always been in love with the Winter Soldier look. That's been my number 1 forever. So.
Man, bro, you gonna steal my number 1 just like that? Yeah, number 1 for me is Winter Soldier, bro. I really wrestled with it. I'm gonna go in reverse order. Really wrestled with it because Endgame is such the perfect like Captain America classic look, but like I had to put some of my favor in there of like what I preferred, and like Winter Soldier would just it just takes it from me, bro. Like Winter Soldier's great. Endgame is number 2. Number 3 was Infinity War for me, just like y'all said, like the rugged war, like torn uniform. I love that one. Civil War, it's number 4, and then Captain America 1. So we're very similar, but
kind of got all the same 5 in there, just different places.
Honorable mention though.
I love.
All right. Honorable mention real quick before is the Masons.
Mason in the Avengers 1.
Put yourself in the worst one.
In the Avengers 1.
Hey, put yourself in the Winter Soldier.
Josh, you did that, bro.
Yeah, he must have did it on purpose. Got him.
Hey, you know what else goes hard is the propaganda suit. Whenever he's like, I know it's not a fighting suit, but whenever he's in the
Star Spangled Man with the plan.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That one goes tough, bro.
Just the little costume they have him in with the. Yeah. I like the shield in that, the different shaped shield they have him hold up and everything.
About, yeah, I know. You're talking
about. You know the worst suit out of any Captain America? John Walker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just like
I still take it over Avengers 1, man.
I'd take it over Avengers 1,
but
John
Walker over that over Avengers 1. Even though I hate that. What about that? Yeah, you need that, man. That's a real Black Panther.
Killmonger.
Oh, I'm dead. That's
real Black Panther.
Yeah, so we're pretty. It's kind of boring because we all said the same stuff, but I mean, it is what it is.
I wish we got. Speaking on it's crazy how many. I didn't realize like how many suits Captain America has. It makes you think like it's like, dang, I wish we got more of that in Iron Man, bro, with Tony Stark, and I wish he had more. Because when you go back all the way to like Iron Man 1 and 2, it's like, bro, the all chrome suit. It's like, oh, they could have added in so much more suits for Iron Man. Yeah. So I wish we got a lot more out of that from him.
You do get different suits, but they're just the same color. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Iron Patriot.
Yeah, it's not as big of differences as Iron Man was.
Hey, do you remember that? You remember that T-shirt I had that I gave you? I think was the
Captain America one.
It had the
and I had this soldier. Yeah. I think it's in Cannon's closet now. That thing was sick.
Is there Spider-Man on the back or something?
On the Captain America shirt?
Or is it?
It's Captain America on the back, and in the front, it's the Winter Soldier logo.
Bro, that I need to get that back because that
It's in
mug.
Cannon's closet. Go get it back. I might have to go
I'm
beat
about
you to it.
No, dude, I'm going to Marvel, man, tomorrow morning.
I think I caught myself wearing Marvel like every day. So I was like, bro, I got to get rid of some of this stuff, man. But
Yeah.
now you get rid of stuff like
Josh,
that the other day. Bro, I used to literally wear
never-
that Spider-Man sweatshirt that zips up to the mask. I wore that in high school, bro. Like, let's talk about that, dog.
Oh,
Let's
man,
not, but let's
that's
do
funny. Bro, so are we doing Marvel points? Is that
Yeah,
what's next?
man. So it's time to get into some Marvel points. So back kind of when we lived with each other, and ever since we kind of got on a thing where we will randomly quote some Marvel movies, whether it literally be the most common phrase ever and they expect you to get it, or an iconic quote. You know, if someone references it in a way that suits the situation or not, you're expected to answer immediately with where it's from. And so it's time, we're starting the podcast up so we can have an official leaderboard finally. And so we're
Gotta
each going
keep
to have.
track.
So it's going to be a short little round. We each have a quote we've brought for the other two to answer. Person will say the quote. We'll give them some ample time to give our answers, and then once they give their responses, we'll reveal, and they get it correct, they get the point. So who wants to give out theirs first?
So whoever gets it first gets the point.
I honestly would just give them a few time for both people to lock in their answers, and so both people have a chance to get a point,
All right, so we need
rather
to
than beating someone else to it.
Do we need to write it down somewhere?
I don't know. Well, I still feel like, how are we going to give it? Because I don't know.
If you get it correct or not, I mean,
I'm just gonna write it down and hold it up.
all right.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I got some paper with me, so
That's a perfect idea to solve it. That way
I
we
get
can get
welcome,
points
man.
both.
You're welcome, Mr. Marvel King.
Mr. Marvel King.
What's that from? Ready?
Oh, Moon Knight.
Oh, give me that point.
Is it right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm cold. I didn't even know what the heck
All
you were
right,
doing
so,
for a second. I was like, this dude weird, bro.
yeah, I was like, I couldn't see it.
I'm just that cold, bro. I just even know what a retard's doing.
Man, you can't say that, bro.
Cut it
Beep it
out
out,
on the
Josh.
video.
Beep it out, Josh.
Beep.
All right. Well, I think maybe I'll give my quote first to y'all.
Wait, what?
Maybe I'll give my quote first to y'all.
All right, let's hear it.
Get this thing rolling. And so, one thing I've also learned over the years is that Mason kind of throws you off with the pronunciation and the voice he does with it. And so I'm just going to do my normal voice because giving out a quote and trying to impersonate it is two different things, and so it can completely throw you off in a different direction. So mine might be a little bit on the easy side for this first episode, but my first quote is, "Well then, son, you've got a condition."
Oh man.
Tell me when. Are you telling us when to hold it up?
Man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you time. I'm gonna give you time, and you can tell me when you've locked
We
in.
have to hold. I got it locked in already.
Oh, all right, man. It's on
So me and Mason will do it at the same time, and then obviously we'll know.
Yeah, it might be hard to see yours because you're like
Really?
so pixelated.
Yeah.
Is it still bad?
It cleared up for a second, but
heck,
it
bro?
went back to how it was.
All right, Josh, give us the countdown.
Y'all both locked in?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, man. You can show them when you're ready.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, that's both correct. I'm gonna let Cage slide since his first one because he just did the movie and not who said it too. But Mason is spot on. It's when Holt
I could have
crashed
added
out of the helicarrier.
Are we doing extra points for like who says it or anything like that?
No,
Or we
you got
just-
to give the movie and the person.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
All right. Well, hey, we'll scratch through some episode 1 issues here. We'll fine tune it.
So Mason and Kay get a point, yeah?
Yeah, I'll give Cade the point.
What'd you say? The janitor? What did it say? You said?
Yeah.
Oh, just the janitor.
I said random janitor.
All right, but all right, Mace, go next, I guess.
Do you want me to go next?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? You have a big gun. You are not the big gun.
Got it.
Man, I've been off my game for a while, man.
No,
Dude, this is easy.
You're at kind of a disadvantage because me and Kate have been doing this for.
Yeah, see, this is where the brother aspect and then has been the separation has been off my game for a while, kind of getting back into it. So you may be seeing a come from behind victory from me in future episodes. What was that again? Can you repeat the quote?
I said, "You have a big gun. You are not the big gun."
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. What? You switching it?
I don't know. I had to double think for a second. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I had it wrong at first. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta recorrect it.
Let's go.
I don't know. It's gonna be big. I'm actually kind of stuttering, bro. I don't know. I know the movie. I'm just trying to figure out who says it. Mace, just know the answer I'm giving you. It was if it's wrong, then the right answer is written down first. So it's gonna be embarrassing if that is the case.
Yeah, mine's gonna be. I'm gonna be embarrassed.
Holy cow, dude! I'm actually stressing, bro. Like I should know that. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got this wrong automatically. I'm prepared to. My Marvel knowledge is taking a beating here.
I'm going back to my first one. Mace.
I thought this one was easy, bro.
It's easy. I'm just
I'm lost, dude. I haven't done a rewatch in a while, man. I gotta get back through the movies.
Tell us when.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, show 'em. Josh is wrong.
Iron Man 2, Rhodey in battle.
Nah, it's Tony.
It's Tony?
Says it.
Oh, man, I had it right the second time.
You had the right movie, Iron Man 2.
Yeah. You say it's a hammer?
No, he says it to Rhodey.
You say.
Remember when they're deciding on where they should be placed in the garden when they fight?
Oh yes, okay. Mm-hmm. That's the scene I always bring back up.
Dude, I couldn't. I was like, bro, which one says it? Like, who says?
I haven't seen that. That's one of the movies I haven't seen in longer than a ton of them. Let's go.
Does he get a half point or no? Are we doing that?
Let's do that. Well, yeah. I think it's one. So should a half? I think a half should be who says it. You get the extra half for just who says it, and then you get a full point for the movie. So I have I got Josh's movie right. So I have two. I have 2.5. So because I got the movies right in both, but I got the wrong.
I feel like that's confusing. Let's do half points for both.
So half points for both.
Yeah, do half points for both.
Okay, so Kay got 1.5. Right.
And let me throw this out there because it hasn't applied yet. Should we do a point to the person giving out the quote if nobody guesses it?
That's a good one. I don't know, but you could throw something as small as then we'd be purposely.
Yeah,
I'd rather
let's
not.
do that.
You want to do that or no?
No.
I don't know. It's up to you.
I just think it helps.
I don't want to overcomplicate it. But.
I think it helps Josh in ways because he can find.
It might screw you up, Josh.
Yeah, I know what to come. I know how to bring my game next episode. No.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm preparing. I'm watching everything in order again, so I'm trying
to. We diving back in and doing some research.
Okay. All right, y'all ready for mine?
Yeah.
All right. This one might be hard. In that case, are we doing motions or no?
Motions,
man. However you want to deliver.
All right, ready. So I just decide you die, pal. So I just decide you die, pal.
I have that one on literally in the back, like.
It sound familiar?
Yes, it's Mason coming to me, but it's like.
I feel like Mason wrote it down like he just watched this because this is not like this is not a quote we've probably said before. I just cooked up and found something good.
This one I'm gonna be mad that I didn't get because like I feel it like.
So I just decide you die, pal. All right, so half points, movie, and who says it. Are we doing? I guess I'm overcomplicating. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because I put in battle on my guess. I'm talking about time of the movie too, like which exact part. Nah, let's not count that.
Nah, just movie
and who says it. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Josh?
No, I'm just going on a movie guess. I've kind of get past this segment for me. This is bad, man.
It's bad. He's hey, start.
Bad,
You know what movie
bad.
you need to
Root for
watch?
me, y'all.
Start tonight. Captain America, the
Man.
First Avenger.
Man.
All right,
I'm gonna start hitting y'all with Captain Marvel quotes.
Yo, I won't know nothing, bro.
Miss Marvel quotes. All right.
Man.
Show me in 3, 2, 1. Josh is wrong. May slide it over. I can't see nothing. Yeah, you're right. All right, good stuff,
Man,
man.
y'all hit me with Iron Man 2 and 3 quotes, man. That's like, dang, man.
Bro doesn't like Iron Man.
All right. I'm coming with my Dark World quotes next week.
No.
I skipped that. That's the one movie I skipped in watching in order.
Yeah, y'all come with Iron Man 2 and 3. Man, I'm reaching into the Eternals bag.
No.
So,
Hey, if I don't know, I'm gonna start guessing. I'm just like, it's gotta be Eternals. It's like picking C in multiple choice. It's Eternals is letter C. All right, that was fun. I
Oh,
like that. I
man.
like that. That was fun.
Man, that's not bad.
What's the total scores, Mace?
It is. Let me see. I've got 2.
Even your
Kate's got 1.5.
I got a little bit big fat 0 right now, man.
Josh is at 0.
Wait, you're at what, Mace?
What?
You're at what?
I got 2. You got 1.5.
Dang, bruh. All right, I'm gonna catch up.
Man.
All right, what's next on the
You'll never see me.
Iron Man 3? You
All
know
right,
who
well,
I am.
let's get out of
see me
all these
coming.
old random Marvel movies and talk about the future slate coming up. So we got a little bit of Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. So kind of want to get your guys'
Bro, what
thoughts
is that?
on.
Is that you?
What's what?
Do you hear that?
You good, dog?
Me?
Yeah, something's going on with you, buddy.
What do y'all hear?
I don't
Dude,
know.
I don't know what's going on over there, dog. But
Me? You mean me? What are y'all hearing? Describe what you're
Walking
hearing.
Dead. Just, you're good now. Just
Mace,
don't do
open
it.
your
you're good.
mouth. Open your mouth, like wide. The logo just keeps popping up everywhere. I don't know. Like even on your pencil was the Dream
Yeah,
Juice logo.
when you lean back too much, it kind of like. But
All right.
well. But
New
kind
stuff,
of wanted
baby.
to get
Talking
y'all's
cool.
thoughts and how you're feeling going into Thunderbolts, and I guess a little over a month from now, and then Fantastic Four: First Steps later this summer.
Well,
I feel. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I mean, I don't know too much what to say about it. I mean, I told y'all I think Thunderbolts is looking, according to the trailer, it's looking like some Thor: Love and Thunder type comedy. You know, it's comedy we do not want. That's what it's looking like to me. A lot of comedy, man. I'm not looking really forward to it.
What?
You
Which one
think
does?
who said? Okay, Josh, you said something about Winter Soldier. Old Winter Soldier might be coming back. I think bro washed. I think this might be like, oh, well, this is not Winter Soldier.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he's fully coming
Yeah,
back,
but I'm
but I
just
think
saying,
we may
like
get
you mentioning that, yeah,
moments.
maybe.
We may get shades of the old Bucky back.
Is he still? You think he's still going to be? You think he's still going to be traumatized? And his like,
No, because he fixed that in the show. Remember,
yeah,
they
he
went through the
did.
therapy in
But still,
Wakanda,
like
and they
he's
kind of
like
took it all out of him.
he's holding back because I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
Congressman Bucky, by the way.
Yeah,
Who you
that's
talking about?
crazy, man.
But yeah, everything else. I mean, I never liked God, what's his name? I don't like him so much. I forgot his name. Not Sam Walker.
John Walker.
John Walker. I almost said Paul Walker. Some Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, I don't like that dude.
Fast and Furious theme song comes up. He drives up in his
Fast and Furious
Mitsubishi.
6 intro instead of the iconic Marvel intro. We own it. Dom Toretto and that mug. Anyways, I'm excited for Yelena. I've always liked her, but yeah, we're gonna wait to find out. But what's so funny?
I've always liked her.
I'm just saying, like, it's her character, dog. Chill out on me. Fantastic Four, you know, I think I've seen the same predictions, and you guys said the same thing about like them just being in another universe, and then their world's probably going to end. That's why it's going to bring them into this Marvel universe. So yeah, I mean, I haven't done research. I just seen TikToks on it, and it says the same thing, but I haven't done anything else looking at Fantastic Four. So Yeah, those are all my thoughts. I don't really know much about it. I'm just gonna wait to see what happens, and then we're gonna see it, and then I'll give
Yeah.
you more.
Yep.
I think Thunderbolts could be really really good. I think you're right. I think if you mix too much comedy and you make Bucky too funny, especially mixed with Captain Russia, what's his name? I'm drawing
Red
blank.
Guardian.
Red Guardian. If
Yeah, I forgot he's got a lot of comedy to him, bro.
you're like he's gonna be nonstop comedy. I think something you could do good about that is maybe do something sad with him to where uh I don't know, just make it a little sadder. Just I think you kind of do that with like James Gunn did a good job with Guardians of like even the funny characters he had like really powerful backstories to them. So I think if you could incorporate some sad backstory to it, I think that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think all those people fighting styles are really cool, especially Bucky. I don't really have hope for Bucky, but I think you get something good out of it. I'm excited for Elena. I am. I don't know about the villain, man. Like with that much power, I don't know if that's kind of the right choice, but it is what it is. We'll see how they do with it. Fantastic Four. I'm really excited about. I just have no idea how they're gonna or what they're gonna go about with it. So I think that makes me even more excited. I don't, especially with the villain they teased in it. I'm kind of like, man, what? But I actually rewatched the last Fantastic Four movies and the OGs, like early 2000s with Chris Evans as Human Torch, and they had when in Silver Surfer they had a I'm tripping. They had the same
Galactus.
villain. Yeah, they
Yeah,
had
he was done
Galactus.
dirty though. He's just like a cloud.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, that movie kind of cheated and just kind of had the easy way out of like, hey, let's like lazy writing
Yeah.
with that one. But I'm curious to see what happens. I actually I hope, in my opinion, I hope they get either wiped out or their whole universe, their whole world gets. They escape, but their whole world is trapped in a I'm drawing blanks to that the collisions of
Versions.
incursions. I like if their world dies in an incursion, I would think that would really set the tone for the future
Yeah.
of the Avengers. So
I agree, man.
I love the characters though. All the
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that. I hope Johnny's. I hope he's more of a cool guy. I hope he's a cool guy still. You know what I mean? I hope they don't
Yeah.
make him.
I mean, I think they picked a good actor for it after
Yeah,
watching Joseph Quinn and Stranger Things and everything. I think he can play the part,
yeah.
and so I hope it is executed. As far as Thunderbolts goes for me, I actually unexpectedly am a lot more excited for it than I thought I would be after seeing trailers and stuff for it. Like
Mm-hmm.
going into this year, I was like, why are we still having Thunderbolts, especially coming out at this point in the MCU? But like after watching trailers, like before seeing anything, I was more excited for it than I was Brave New World almost. It just like doesn't really feel like I know we've seen these characters before, but like outside of Bucky, we don't see him a whole lot. So it doesn't necessarily feel like a full-on Marvel movie almost. It's kind of like just like this fresh take, and I'm kind of excited for it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how the villain will necessarily work. Not that I'm not excited that he's in it. I think the villain will be Sentry, and I think it's going to be really, really cool to see like how that plays out. But as far as like the Thunderbolts go, like it makes no sense to me how they can stop that. Like they can't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And like I don't like I said earlier, like I think we might get shades of old Bucky in there. I don't think he's not going to go back to fully. But at the end of the day, everybody still loves Bucky, even though he's not what he used to be. And so that little familiarity with that, and then Yelena and a couple other characters, I'm excited to see. But it's definitely something that's I'm not concerned about it, but I'm just very curious because this is the last movie we are getting set in the main universe before Avengers, and so it's kind of an odd choice for it to be Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And so I'm really curious to see how that directly will tie our main central universe going directly into it. It's got to be some, like, Sam is going to have to show up in some post-credit scene recruiting something's going to have to happen
Yeah.
because it's very weird for Thunderbolts to be the last movie in the universe going into Doomsday, whereas for Infinity War we had Thor, one of the main Avengers, in Ragnarok leading into, it kind of like it's like one of those.
Yeah.
But as far as Fantastic Four goes, I think it's going to be a hit. I have no doubt about that. After Spider-Man, Fantastic Four is my favorite character, so I have been on the train and never getting off, like, as long as it's been announced. I think doing a comic accurate Galactus is going to be really cool. I think it's kind of confusing for me because he is not a one-off villain, and so tying this whole multiverse and the chance of their universe getting destroyed, I don't know how it's going to work because it's kind of difficult. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if the Fantastic Four make it onto the next phase to try to do Galactus again if they've already done it in this movie, because this guy is not a one-off villain.
Yeah.
But my other biggest thing for this is that doing Fantastic Four as the last movie and before Avengers, and then having Doctor Doom be your main villain for these two Avengers movies, the dynamic between Reed and Doctor Doom has to be at an all-time high. Like, that is the central conflict of not only Secret Wars and everything, but it is just the central conflict between those two characters. They both hate each other. They both rival. Like, that's that. And so I'm very, like, curious and a tad bit concerned because they're doing Galactus as the main villain in this. As we know right now, Galactus is the main villain, and so it's not giving us that dynamic between Reed and Doom. And so it's gonna be kind of weird if we don't see an introduction. I think we'll see RDJ in a post credit scene or something in this movie. It's got to be if he's from their universe or not. But I mean, I'm excited for it. I think the castings will end up being very good, and I think there's a lot they still haven't shown us or told us about this movie that we're going to go in not knowing a whole lot about it. But I'm really excited for
I
it.
like doing that anyways. I like going into movies. Sometimes it's just like, seeing what happens. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Then you have the whole. Go out. What were you saying?
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was just saying. Then you have the whole like leaks that obviously were probably on purpose that really don't like. I have no idea what's going on in anything.
Dude,
So it's like
it's crazy. That's the biggest, like, Marvel leak probably ever.
it had to have been on purpose because think about like I trust the Russo brothers to, regardless of what happens, like give us a phenomenal movie of like
Yeah.
even if the story doesn't add up, it's going to be a really cool freaking movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they probably because they didn't have a hand on anything really before since the other Avengers. I
Mm-hmm.
think that they probably had to get something out there to start some talk, get some people hyped.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, kind of what you were saying, and obviously transitioning here into Avengers Doomsday and stuff like that. I mean, it's, you can't necessarily say it was intentional and done by Marvel, but obviously, like, I think the name Avengers creates buzz as its own, but we haven't gotten one, and Marvel's been all over the place, and so you have to kind of create something extra. You can't, as big of news it is that RDJ is back, and he's playing a new character that everybody loves, and the Russos are back, and it's an Avengers. You gotta, it's not. Unfortunately, to say, it's not big enough to carry the weight of Marvel the way it's been tracking the last couple of years.
yeah,
So, but the interesting thing I heard the other day is that Robert Downey Jr. actually signed on to return before the Russos did, and he convinced the Russos to come back.
I saw
And
that
so,
too.
yeah, and I think, you everyone's going to say that this is a cash grab, and obviously I believe it is. It's 100% a cash grab, but I do think it's genuine, and they want to do it right.
Yeah,
Like,
especially
I
if
mean,
it's if it's those three, right? I think
mhm,
you have some purity in it that
mhm,
there's something authentic that they're like searching for. You know what I mean? It's not just
absolutely, and Yeah, I mean, as all over the place as it has been, like they can still stick the landing with this. Like I mean, you can say what you want. Infinity Saga is 10 out of 10 better, hands down. But the
Mhm.
ending can still be, and the Russo brothers even said it themselves in an interview. Like they're wanting to. They said they have to outdo themselves with these two movies,
Yeah.
and so I mean, they want to outdo themselves. They want to create as equally engaging experience in these two movies as they did for Infinity War and Endgame. So I mean, I'm really intrigued to see what these movies are even about. The leaks gave us a lot, but they didn't really give us anything at the same time, which is good because I didn't
Hmm.
want that spoiled. But also, it kind of like, I mean, you don't know if it'll end up happening, but it kind of gave us a little bit of a leeway kind of into the world premise they're kind of going with, and it might be for Secret Wars, not for Doomsday, but
Yeah.
it just made me more excited than I was previously.
I know. Yeah. Hey, did you see the leaks?
Yeah, I did. The pictures that were leaked, basically.
Yeah.
I can't even remember
Yeah.
all of them. I remember there's a Black Panther one that's supposed to be like a multiverse Black Panther. There's a Doom one too. What else is on there?
Doom's clean.
Uh oh, White. I saw White Vision on there too with
With Star Lord.
That one,
Star-Lord.
yeah.
What is
That
that?
I don't know
What is
that
going on there,
is.
bro?
That's like one of those where it's like
I totally forgot
maybe the
about White
artist is
Vision.
just
I forgot
yeah.
like he was
What?
still. I totally forgot White Vision. Just like
Yeah,
like
he has
he's
a show, his own show coming out next year too,
yeah. That's
Is that
so.
with
and
I
so
just
that's kind of a
forgot he was
follow
like. I
up.
was like, oh,
Armor
he's
Wars? Or no.
No, Armor Wars got scrapped. It's like an
Okay.
actual like solo like Vision series. Like Ultron is coming back and like all this stuff.
yeah.
So
Oh,
Then
who
we
really?
knows? Who
have
knows?
Doctor Strange looking like he's
Hmm.
working for Doom, and
That'll be
what's
interesting.
the chain one? I didn't even notice. I don't even know what that one is.
It
Who's in the
hasn't been made
chains?
out. So it looks like Yelena is the one who is like working for Doom, and everyone's saying it's
Yelena.
Reed
Which one are you? Which
Richards
one are you talking
chained up
about?
on his knees. The one with Doctor Strange. Oh, you're talking about the black and white one, like the penciled one.
Yeah, but I also want to know what you're talking about. Where you see
I don't know
Yelena?
because like the initially the long hair, I saw some people saying Bucky, but I'm like, why would you just chain up Bucky? That's kind of a random smaller character. But a lot of people were saying maybe Human Torch. A lot of people were saying Sentry, who's going to be the one of the main characters in the Thunderbolts because he had the longer hair. But a lot of people like can't really make it out. But I mean, like I said, like this isn't a one-to-one translation of what's gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah.
we got concept art for No Way Home after the fact, and the concept art showed Mysterio fighting them at the Statue of Liberty in the final battle. Like obviously that was never gonna take place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean we don't know, but I mean the stuff
It's
we got
random.
like
It's random.
it got me going.
It did.
I was
Then you got some
excited
Young
for it.
Avengers too. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's. I just want to look at this. So this picture is this still blurry? Can I even see this?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. The Young Avengers.
Well, I have a
That
picture. You have Haley Steinfeld, which is one character I'm super excited about, and then you have freaking Paul Rudd, Ant Man's daughter. That I don't want to ever see her again. Like I'm kind of upset that she's even in these leaked pictures. It's like, oh my gosh, they're bringing her back.
Hey, she beat Kang, bro. What you mean? She single
That's
handedly
why I
beat
don't.
Kang.
the Ants beat Kang.
Can't speak Kang, bro. Bro,
Oh,
I'm so hurt because I loved Kang, bro. But like, come on, man.
side note, do you remember in the end of Ant Man that no one talks about the how he like no one like he's in a different he's not even in his universe?
Not.
Do you remember he's like walking down the street and like stuff isn't right? Like stuff's
No,
not
No,
like
he is. No,
he is.
he
He
is.
just
He
was
just
like,
like in the back of his head, he's like, dude, I know there's so many versions of Kang, and like, is he really
yeah. Or
gone?
no,
What's
he
gonna
was like, is he
happen? Like,
really
he's like
dead? Is he
paranoid.
really?
He's
Yeah.
like paranoid, and so I think you got to give.
I thought they forgot about him or something like that, or someone was no. Remember he's in the shop and they're like uh something's different in the world.
Yeah, I can't honestly like it's been. I haven't seen Quantum Mania since
I
the
know.
theater, and I don't plan on rewatching it ever. So,
The only reason I do like that
but
movie is Kang. Like, bro, I do like Kang, bro. I like his.
I like Kang
I
too.
love the
It's
whole
sad,
thing. It's
kind of how
just, yeah, it's sad how that had to give up.
it's sad how it went down, especially that Jonathan Majors is innocent. and
You know how
everything
you fix
too.
that, bro? You know how you fix that is you get the first time you see Robert Downey Jr. He single handedly takes out all the Kangs.
Yeah,
You pay
you got to
Jonathan
do it. You
you
100%
pay
have to do it.
you pay Jonathan Majors off by that screenplay, so you like kind of make up for like doing them wrong, and then you intro and just get over that whole
That's the
Kang.
way you have to do it. Like
Yeah,
it sucks because that's not the way Kang should go out, because Kang should be a Thanos Doctor Doom level villain, but the way things have unfolded, you can't
Dude,
leave
and
that as a loose
that would
end
be
and
so
even
sick
mention it.
too, bro.
they already did him dirty, bro. Because like
Yeah.
the whole point of the new big bad villain is you want someone bigger and badder than the last one. Well, how do you get your intro to Thanos? It's him killing like Loki and having no issues with Thor. How do you get your intro with Kang as the first movie? Is you have little Ant-Man take him on one of a pretty good Kang, not just like some
Hmm.
random Doctor Time one or the one in Loki, but you have a pretty decent Kang that's a pretty good villain, and then Ant Man just takes him out. So screw
Yeah.
that. No more of that. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, but no, that's a perfect way. That's also what I've wondered so many times ever since Robert Downey has been announced as Doctor Doom, bro. It's like I'm just trying to picture how he's just going to be introduced, and I think that would be a marvelous way to do it. And it's got to be some
Oh,
like crazy.
absolutely.
It's got to be filmed so cinematically, like to where it's just like it's the same type of fear you had when Thanos is just like everyone's already on the ground, but before we even get to see anything, like whole Thanos'
Yeah,
Thor's the ship.
Hmm.
But and I want something even more crazier, honestly, too. But I didn't even think about that, and I think that would be
like the Kang arena, that you
yeah,
see,
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
got to
Doom
have him.
up in there.
and it's just death.
I
You know what I
saw
mean?
that.
Like
I
just
saw that comic. The comic too of it shows not Kang. It shows Doctor Doom ripping out Thanos' spine in the comics.
They got to recreate it. They got to
Wouldn't
recreate
that be
that.
insane, bro? Like I was like, dude, imagine if we got to see that. Like it's kind of the same thing how Loki finds Infinity Stones and he's like, what the heck? Like the why are like
Yeah.
what like and it's just like proving how the multiverses are the universes where these big and
Hmm.
bad crazy things are mean nothing. So for
Yeah.
like yeah, if we got to see that, that would be pretty crazy, bro.
I think another thing that they kind of have to nail down is they have to make Doom, like I think it's these movies kind of have to be Doom's story, like Infinity War was Thanos' story.
yeah,
Um, like obviously we saw Thanos before then, but it was post credit scenes and like that little scene in Guardians. Like we didn't really see him. Doom, we have kind of have the same thing going. We haven't really seen him, and so it works to his favor. But we like you really have to make him the central point and make it his story for him to really kind of justify his character. And
yeah,
so I think they need to do it. And like another like a kind of like a rumor going around about kind of the plot for this movie that I found kind of interesting is that Doomsday will be kind of a race for Doom and whoever the heroes, Avengers are. It'll be a race to get to Loki. Who gets to Loki first? Because Loki is now like in control of all the multiverse, has all of them there. And so having like a race to Loki, I think would be so cool. I think somehow you could tie in a great like meeting with Thor and Loki again. They finally get to see each other. I think that'd be a really cool moment. But just a race to Loki and then having them lose, Doom beating Loki, and that's where Doom gets all the power going into Secret Wars would be a really cool way to do it.
yeah. I think that kind of goes and like we want to talk about like the new Avengers lineup, and that's something I wrote down. Is I think Loki is like I think Loki is the key and the centerpiece of everything. And I think me and you both talked about that, Josh. It was like I think Doctor Strange and Loki will be the centerpiece of like the multiversal just the conflict.
Yeah.
Um and I think in the end I think Spider Man will be like the answer, the solution in some form or fashion.
Yeah,
What
that's kind of what I think. Like I was saying earlier, the dynamic of Reed and Doom is so important that you have to have that. But the way the MCU is trending, and because they cast Robert Downey Jr., like Doom always has his mask on, but they had to have had a specific reason, not only for a cash grab, to cast Robert Downey Jr. And because of that, you're gonna make Spider-Man a central focal point here because it's the face of Tony Stark. It may not be a Tony Stark variant at all. It may be Victor Von Doom, but if it's the face of Tony Stark, like Spider-Man's going to have to be like Spider-Man. Seeing that interaction, seeing someone who has Tony Stark's face, like that, like I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
so I
can't
think
imagine, bro.
I know.
I want to know. I think we need a lot of answers for Spider-Man 4, bro, to answer a lot. I still have so much curiosity
Hey,
with Nick Fury
I don't
Daredevil
know
too.
what's going
shout
to be happening.
out.
Hmm?
You had a Daredevil shout out. Just saying.
You did.
Street level.
You
New
did?
This
York
Is that
is
what you're
City
talking about?
is
The
yes.
the one.
opening?
That's what yeah, and Daredevil. But that's what everyone wants for Spider-Man. You want a street level, you want like a Daredevil team up, all that. And I think Spider-Man 4 is going to be good regardless. But the thing that like it doesn't necessarily concern me, but it concerns me that we're not getting a street level Spider-Man 4 is that one, Spider-Man's going to be in Doomsday, and two, Spider-Man 4 is going to be released between Doomsday and Secret Wars. And so whatever happens to Spider-Man in Doomsday is going to directly go into what happens in Spider-Man 4. So I'm thinking it's going to have to be something multiverse again because something will have had to happen.
Yeah.
If it's going to be leading into Secret Wars, I mean, it's going to have to be some kind of multiverse. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. Who knows? But that's.
I think when you take away when you do all this stuff like you're doing, like the whole and I think they've done really good with Tom Holland Spider Man, but in every Spider Man, a whole main character of the whole series is just the city of New York City, city of New York, and you haven't had that in anything besides No Way Home, kind of. You know what I mean?
It wasn't like.
So
It's like not. Yeah. It
it's
wasn't
not.
really even New York.
You just had that was just the New York was just the setting. It wasn't a character on its own. You know what I mean? So
Nah.
like,
I mean, you had a Washington, D.C. trip. You had a ferry
yeah,
scene. You didn't. And you had them what? They fought on the beach or whatever?
yeah.
At the final battle? It wasn't like. I don't know. It didn't really
It was coming
encapsulate New
out of
York. And then Far From Home was obviously in Europe. No
yeah.
Way Home
Well,
took place
London.
Statue of Liberty and all that, but I mean, it didn't really like you weren't in the city of New York.
Yeah,
You know,
and I
you didn't
think
get
now
that whole
you
vibe.
have you have to have that because now since everyone doesn't know who Spider-Man is, I think the unknown. It's like he's almost stepping into this like city of everyone he knows, but no one knows him, and then so you have to have some kind of character. Like I don't know how you do that, but I think you have to have New York as part of your Spider-Man 4. And like they've already reversed kind of his whole origin story has been kind of in reverse to where his great power comes great responsibility moment happens in the third movie. So now I like he's without technology, which is great. I think that sets up the whole Street Spider-Man the best.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. We can get a
but
true Spider-Man movie. It's
yeah,
just the whatever happens outside of Spider-Man is really going to have implications on what happens for his character in his fourth movie, which kind of sucks. But
yeah,
I mean, it's very. I'm not like mad about it because I know it'll be good regardless. But it'll just kind of
You're
push the
saying
narrative of him getting that farther back.
you're just
yeah,
worried about Doomsday affecting that street level Spider-Man in
yeah,
a
Oh
way.
yeah, like I think it 100% will, just because I mean Spider-Man 4 comes out in between them. Spider-Man's in Doomsday, and so whatever
I
happens in
think
Doomsday, I mean it's gonna have to.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be cool if they somehow excluded Spider-Man, even if he's just like maybe at the beginning, but then he's like, I don't even know how you would do that. But if there is a
Yeah,
race to Loki and you leave Earth 616, then and then Spider-Man doesn't come along for some reason, then I feel like you're in good shape there. You know what I mean?
yeah, you could almost do that, and then have your race to Loki, like when the heroes are on the race to Loki, that's when Spider-Man
Yeah,
4 is taking place. Also,
yeah, yeah,
kind of almost an Ant-Man or a Hawkeye moment
yeah,
in Infinity War.
yeah. No doubt.
Can
No
we
doubt.
talk? So what? How was? I mean, I don't even know how Doomsday is supposed to start out. Like, were we supposed to
I don't either. Like I
Okay? I
said,
guess
I
that
think it
leads into
needs
our
to
next
be.
topic that we haven't even got to is the
Yeah.
lineup. So if y'all want, like, should we? I mean, what's the whole? I guess this can lead into that, but like, what do y'all? I mean, what I wouldn't know anything about Doomsday. I don't know what it's supposed to start out as. I mean, we know in Thunderbolts that she's trying to have them as like a look. There's no Avengers, but we have them, and then you have
Suicide Squad.
you have and then Captain America, Brave New World. He's obviously he mentioned at the end of the movie he think that isn't then he say that's one thing I can't agree with is we do need the Avengers or something like that. Didn't he say that? I forgot how he
and
worded
then
it.
at the end of the movie, he's like, "Dude, I got to get the Avengers back together."
Yeah, and then so I guess it all leads down to Sam. I don't
who
know.
that lineup's gonna be.
I'm sure he was the first guy Ant-Man ever contact with, so I can't imagine that he contacts Scott Lang in some way for a lineup situation, and then they don't know who Spider-Man is, so Spider-Man can't even get recruited unless he just found out. Or the only person who would know would probably be Nick Fury. I don't know the whole thing going on with that, but that's just the one thing I see. I'm sure if that is a chance, if that is the case, like Nick Fury still knows who he is because he was off world. And
that. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone knows who Spider-Man is, though. Nobody knows Peter Parker.
Yeah, I know they remember Spider-Man. But like how, I guess
yeah,
he could still be.
I see what you mean.
But do you think Nick Fury is still going to be like he's still supposed? He's going to come back into the.
I think you got to give him an appearance.
Yeah. So
in some capacity.
Even though it wasn't,
I don't think it'll be as large of a role.
Yeah, even though it wasn't him the whole time in Far From Home, he still knew about that mission. So I mean, lineup wise, I don't really know how. Like you said something about Sam going into the Thunderbolts because Bucky's there, but I don't are they just going to recruit the whole thing? Like I don't really see.
I don't think you can't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to hear y'all's lineup, and then I'll give kind of mine and give my thoughts on.
I mean, my line. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm more trying to make sense of my lineup than I am actually just saying what I wish it to be. But I would say it's Sam Wilson. Then he contacts Scott since he's the first person that Scott ever encountered with, and then it'd have to be Spider-Man somehow leading in there too. I did say this about. I had a note I wrote down for this. So on with the lineup being Sam Wilson, he'd be like the leader, like Captain America was, calling the shots and stuff. And I see Ant-Man being like the new Iron Man, like the smart guy, the guy who has the knowledge, kind of like Iron Man did, but it's the multiverse world, which Scott has the knowledge for that. So it's really kind of like Sam Wilson is Captain America, calling the shots on what they should do fighting wise, and then knowledge would be Ant-Man being like the new Iron Man, saying like, oh, we need this is how we need to do this because it's going to be a lot of multiverse stuff. So let's kind of see it like that. And I had question marks. I don't know where. I mean, they already spotted Thor filming, right? So I wonder I don't know if he's going to be separate at the beginning or if he's joining in. And then I don't know. I don't even think I finished She-Hulk. Like, I don't know where Bruce Banner isn't he living on that island or whatever?
Yeah.
And then Doctor Strange has got to be in it too. I feel like he's definitely going to play that. He just got done fighting 2 multiverse battles. That's the last time we saw him. In the last 2 movies, he was doing huge multiverse battles. So I feel like he's got to be an Ant-Man, Captain America, Spider-Man somehow. And then I have question marks on Thor and Hulk because I don't really know how they're going to lean into it.
All right, so mine's gonna be kind of like a shot in the dark. I'm only gonna name what I think. So I think first off, right off the bat, I think Fantastic Four. I think they're gonna end up and they're gonna be in Earth 616. All right, so those are your 4. Fantastic Four. Boom, you have those in Earth 616. So I'm including them. I think they're gonna have a tell on and I'm gonna go with like this chase to Loki. So I think a lot of the movie is gonna be away from Earth 616. So I don't think you're gonna get a lot of that. But the characters that are gonna be pulled from Earth 616, I think is gonna be so fast I almost said Fast and Furious. The Fantastic Four. So they're gonna get there. And the first ones that show off the bat are going to be Doctor Strange and Captain America. So Cap will have his own group. It'll be Cap, Joaquin, and maybe a couple of the Young Avengers. I don't know if he'll bring them, but Captain will be there. And then I'm saying Strange, and I'm saying Hulk, and and Shang-Chi will all chase
I
them.
forgot
And I think
Shang-Chi,
those are your
bro.
for
He
sure.
got recruited by
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that post-credit scene had Wong and
Wong.
Banner and Captain Marvel.
I think you're gonna have these guys chase them the whole Doomsday movie. I think then all of a sudden, whenever you get into Spider-Man might make an appearance at the beginning, maybe defending something off in New York City, but then the whole chase leaves him in the end, and it ends up being the whole movie's away from 616. So Spider-Man is not included on that. He stays in Earth 616, has his movie, and then everything
It's
gets
the black
incorporated
suit.
into Battle World from there.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really
He's gonna have
understand.
to get the black suit. He has to get the black suit in Spider-Man 4. That's like all I'm hoping for.
Because
Um,
let's, Josh, say your lineup, and then once you're done, let's go back to
yeah.
that topic right there.
So yeah, going for into Avengers Doomsday. Like I was saying earlier, the movie has to take an approach like it did with Thanos and kind of make Doom the main character for this. And so because of that, you cannot spend an extended amount of time like you did in Avengers 1 with Sam going around trying to recruit heroes.
Yeah, thanks.
This needs to be a Doom does something like a huge attack or something and gets everybody paranoid, and so heroes just start popping up and Sam has to make some distress call or whatever. You can't go around and recruit. That's just not the way the saga has built up to this, because it's been all over the place. Nobody's teamed up with each other. But
Yeah.
two, Doom has to be that threat. But I think Sam's got to be your leader. To Cade's point earlier, he's kind of a mix of Captain America and Falcon at this point. So I'm not. The new Falcon is not going to be in this. It's like having two Falcons in one.
I
He's
agree.
not part of this.
Yeah.
But Sam will be your leader. I think you put Shang-Chi in there. He's the first new hero you introduced in this saga, and you haven't seen him since. But he can be a semi-big player. So I think he's new. You got to put him in there. I think Ant-Man gets the respect to be an Avenger. He's the one who has more multiverse knowledge, like Cade was saying, than this team that Sam is forming, and knows the threat of really, whether it be Doom or Kang, the threat of really how big the multiverse really is with all these different variants. I think you throw Shuri Black Panther in there. Sam has his ties to Vibranium and Wakanda, and that will be the easiest call for him to make. It's a lot easier for him to contact Wakanda because he gets his suit and everything from there. So Shuri can be an easy one to bring. I think you have to have some kind of Hulk. I don't. I mean, I think it'll might end up being She-Hulk, just because they want to push the new character. And Banner's getting old. Don't know what he's going to be. Professor Hulk back to regular. I think that'll be figured out, but I don't think they're going to make him there, so I think it'll be She-Hulk. And I think for the sixth member there, you got to throw in an OG. And if something's going to happen around New York or whatever, you can grab Hawkeye. He's someone who has been through it all with
Yeah.
the original Avengers. Kate Bishop is going to be the young Avengers, and so she's on her own. But you're going to bring in Hawkeye, and he's going to have, last dance, bring the group together. He's been through it all. He knows what it's like. I think like Mason, so that's kind of like my lineup, and then like Mason was saying, I think a lot of it will be off world, and so I think it'll be these heroes on this race to Loki almost, if we're going with that,
Yeah.
and at some point something will happen Doom related where Thor is somewhere. Something will happen and someone will pop up, and when Thor finds out, hey, we are trying to get to Loki, he will find out, hey, Loki is still alive, and he will join them then, because it'll be a quest, because he will be so determined to see his brother again. His brother's still alive, and so it may be like kind of like an honorary member to join them along the way, but that's kind of where my head's at right now. But I think players like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and those, I don't think, as far as like scrambling around, paranoia, like trying to form a team out of nowhere, like I think Doctor Strange is so knowledgeable on the multiverse and everything, he will be like trying to fight a much bigger battle on different universe levels rather than the immediate threat of what is happening in the main
Yeah.
universe.
I agree.
I love how scary it gets too, bro. You just think about the multiverse. It's like you don't even know what to expect. That's what makes it so scary. Like they knew about Thanos for since Avengers 1. Like they knew he was up there. They knew someone was up there. They just didn't know who it was until it came to Infinity War.
Yeah. And
But
this was
now,
all just
this
our
one's scary.
universe.
They're gonna come across like the most scariest variant of whoever. I mean,
Yeah.
you got Tony Stark type. You got like Doctor Doom looking like Tony Stark. So it's like, yeah, that's the scary part about it.
You also
Yeah.
got a lot of different Infinity Stones all over the.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, obviously you could factor that in, and that could be. I'm sure after this is all said and done, people will be like, just go get the Infinity Stones from a different
But they're not
universe.
effective. Remember, they're not effective.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be effective, and I don't know if the Russos really want to dive back into using
Yeah.
Infinity Stones all over again.
You know what made me wonder with that was how come they set that rule, and then in the What If series they had Ultron that was multi-universal and could use them all over. Do you remember that?
Yeah, What If is.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
Oh yeah, that was really good. That part of What If was good to me, and I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if that kind of we get a glimpse, maybe a cameo of that at some point.
Yeah.
I know the Watcher itself might appear in Fantastic Four. I know that because that's a part of the Galactus storyline in the comics. So that would be interesting tie into the multiverse because Fantastic Four is from a different universe, but that's kind of off topic. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Infinity Stones will really play a huge part
Yeah.
in these.
I agree. It's good stuff though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we better save some stuff for the next round.
Dude, I know we had a lot to talk about, but yeah, we got a lot more to cover in the future. So
Yeah. We're at an hour and 21, man. We're doing good. So we did good.
episode 1, baby.
Episode 1. We'll wrap it up. Any
Yep.
closing statements?
Man, I just Daredevil off to a good start, so that's what we got right now. Cade's gone. Cade's already done with episode 1, man.
He's gone.
But
He's
you know,
out of here.
Daredevil, newest entry in the MCU, so that'll definitely be a weekly anticipation. It's something I'm excited to come back and watch each week from Marvel, which I haven't been able to say in a while with these shows that have been coming out. So that'll always give us, a good talking point. And then we got the movies coming a lot sooner than we think. So the future of the MCU is exciting for right now. So
It is. I think as we get into other episodes, we can get into some other stuff too. But I think we're very heavy Marvel people.
yeah.
So I think a lot of it's gonna be wrapped around that. But
Oh yeah,
I think
we'll have a few other things here and there, but like man,
we're
all over Marvel all the time.
Very, very much so. We're all very different. Like beyond that, I mean, dive into whatever. We can get into football. We can get into whatever else we want to get into. But it'll be a fun podcast, and I think we're gonna have some good time and make the most out of it.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. All right, man. Well, hope everybody enjoyed this and excited to dive back into the dream juice in the future, man.
Back in the juice, man. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all.